I created the same animation in every major AI video generator to find out which one is actually the best. I took the exact same prompt and ran it through 6 different models. Some of these results are absolutely insane, and some, well, you'll see. Let's find out which AI video tool you should actually be using. So here's how this is going to work. I'm testing 6 different AI video models across 5 different challenges. 2 of those challenges are image to video, where I'm giving each model the exact same starting image and seeing what it does with it. The other 3 are text to video, where every model gets the exact same prompt and has to generate the entire scene from scratch. I'm using OpenArt for this entire comparison because it gives me access to all of these models in one place. No jumping between platforms, no managing 6 different subscriptions. We're going to look at these models for real-world use cases. If you're creating UGC ads, talking head content, cinematic shots, or creative viral content, you need to know which tool actually delivers. I'll show you every single result, give you my honest take on each one, and rank them at the end of every challenge. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which model to use for your specific needs. Let's get into it. Alright, first challenge. This is an image to video test for UGC realism. I created this starting image using Nano Banana. It's a young woman in a car holding a can of soda. Very typical UGC ad vibe that you'd see on TikTok or Instagram. Now I'm taking that same image and running it through all 6 models to see how they animate it. The prompt I'm using for the image to video generation across every model is: a young woman sitting in the driver's seat of a parked car holds a can of soda in one hand and looks toward the camera with a friendly expression. She slightly lifts the can as if presenting it, then makes small natural movements and subtle gestures. Soft daylight fills the car and the camera has gentle handheld motion. Her facial expressions are relaxed with natural eye movement and a light smile. She says, "Just tried this and it's actually really good." What I'm looking for here is, can the AI make this look like real, authentic UGC content? Natural facial expressions, hand gestures with the product, realistic mouth movement even though there's no actual audio sync. This is the bread and butter for brand content right now, so let's see who nails it. Quick note, the starting image I used isn't perfect. She actually looks like she's driving backwards in the car, which you'll notice in some of these results. You can easily fix this by creating a better starting image, but for this test, I'm using what I have. Also, I had to generate the Sora clips directly in Sora because their content moderation wouldn't let me run them through OpenArt. Starting with VO 3.1.
Just tried this and it's actually really good.
This is actually pretty good. The movement looks natural, the facial expressions work, and it feels like authentic UGC content. The only issue I have is at the end. There's this crackling sound effect like she's opening the bottle, which is weird because she's not actually opening it. But overall, pretty solid result. Cedence 1.0.
Just tried this, and it's actually really good.
The lip movement here is just inaccurate. It doesn't sync up with the dialogue at all. The rest of the movement is okay, but when the mouth doesn't match what she's supposed to be saying, it breaks the illusion completely. Not great for UGC. Minimax. This just doesn't even look real. I don't know what's happening here, but it's missing that natural, authentic feel you need for UGC content. It looks too artificial, too processed. You wouldn't believe this is real if you saw it on your feed. Kling 2.5.
Just tried this, and it's actually really good.
Okay, this is kinda crazy. Her teeth are just always out, like constantly showing. It's honestly kinda scary. The movement might be okay, but when someone's teeth are just permanently visible like that, it's weird. Not what you want for a friendly UGC ad. Juan 2.5.
Just tried this, and it's actually really good.
This is actually really good. The movements are super natural, everything flows smoothly and feels authentic. I like this a lot. It doesn't have any of the weird quirks we've seen in some of the other models, and it genuinely looks believable. And Sora 2.
Tried this and it's actually really good.
This is by far the best. This looks super realistic. You can even hear the blinker in the background of the car, which adds to that authentic feel. The facial expressions are natural, the movement is smooth, and honestly, you could absolutely use this in a real campaign. You can definitely make this even higher quality too if you need to. This is what UGC content should look like. Alright, let's rank these for UGC realism. Third place, Juan 2.5. The movements are super natural and everything flows smoothly. It's a really solid option and definitely usable for UGC content. Second place, VO 3.1. Pretty good overall. Natural movement, decent facial expressions, and it feels authentic. That weird crackling sound effect at the end is the only thing that holds it back from first place. First place, Sora 2, and it's not even close. This genuinely looks like real UGC content you'd scroll past on TikTok without questioning it. The natural facial expressions, the authentic energy, even the small details like the car blinker, everything works. This is what you want for brand content. Best use case. If you're creating UGC ads, product reviews, or testimonial style content, Sora 2 is your go-to right now. It just understands authentic human movement and realism better than the others. The gap between Sora and everything else is pretty significant here. Challenge 2. This one's a talking avatar test, and this is where things get really interesting. I'm using a photo of myself in front of a Lamborghini as the source image. The prompt includes actual dialogue that the AI needs to lip sync to. The full prompt is, a man wearing a suit walks forward on a wet street at night with a car parked behind him. He stops and faces the camera. He says, "This clip is a simple test of movement and speech." His mouth moves in sync with the words, and his head and eyes shift slightly while speaking. What I'm testing here is, can the AI handle both movement and dialogue? Does the lip sync actually match the words? Do we get natural micro-expressions while speaking? This is crucial for anyone wanting to scale content creation with AI avatars. Again, I had to generate the Sora version directly in their platform due to content moderation. Let's see how each model handles it, starting with Seedance.
He says this clip is a simple test of movement and speech.
I like how there's things moving in the background. It makes the scene feel more realistic and alive. The problem is, I'm still talking even when I'm not supposed to be talking. The mouth keeps moving when there's no dialogue, which breaks the illusion completely. VO 3.1.
This clip is a simple test of movement and speech.
I honestly thought this would do a lot better. It seems like I aged 50 years the closer I get to the camera, which is not the look we're going for. I did like the sound effects it added to the scene, but the aging face issue is a major problem. Juan 2.5.
This clip is a simple test of movement and speech. Hit it.
This just looked terrible. I started with a droopy eye walking up to the camera. Not usable at all for professional content. Kling 2.5.
He says this clip is a simple test of movement and speech.
I like how there are people walking in the background, which adds realism to the scene, but the quality is low, and I had higher hopes for Kling. And again, same issue as Seedance. I started talking at the end for no reason, mouth moving with no voice coming out. That's a deal breaker. Sora 2.
This clip is a simple test of movement and speech.
I had to make this in the actual Sora app. It looks alright, just low quality, but that can be fixed with better settings. What I really liked was the background music that came along with this. It added a nice cinematic touch to the whole scene. Minimax.
Tack subedimen belacing wire and reviewed so rot in the daily disreaded or suspicious be with caught up in ye. Of joyoses or.
I like the ending of this one a lot. My face, even though it wasn't the same and it didn't hold consistency, was definitely the best looking at the end. And here's the interesting part. Even though it didn't speak the same language, the mouth movements were really good for mouth syncing. The lip sync quality itself was impressive, even if other aspects weren't perfect. Alright, let's rank these for talking avatar with movement. I'll be honest, I really didn't like any of them and would normally regenerate all of these. But for the sake of this video, we only did one generation per model, so let's work with what we have. Third place, VO 3.1. The sound effects were a nice touch, but the aging face issue as I walk toward the camera is too distracting. With better generations, this might perform better. Second place, Sora 2. It looks okay, the quality is just low, but that's fixable. The background music really elevated the scene and gave it a more polished feel. First place, Minimax Hylua 2.3. Even though it didn't maintain facial consistency and the language was off, the mouth syncing was genuinely impressive. The ending looked the best out of all of them. Best use case. Honestly, for talking avatars with realistic movement and speech, I'd actually recommend doing this a completely different way, stitching together a bunch of specialized AI tools to get better results. But that's a whole different workflow and a topic for a different video. For this test, none of these models really nailed it out of the box. Alright, now we're moving into text-to-video generation. This is where the AI has to create the entire scene from nothing but a prompt. No reference image, no starting point, pure generation. Challenge 3 is cinematic realism. The prompt is a cinematic aerial drone shot flying along the coastline of Monaco at sunset, revealing a matte black Lamborghini Aventador speeding down the road beside the ocean. The camera follows smoothly from above, golden light reflecting off the car and water. Realistic motion blur, natural lighting, 4K detail, shallow depth of field, soft lens flares, cinematic tone. What I'm looking for: smooth camera movement, realistic lighting, believable motion blur on the car, and overall, does this look like a professional car commercial, or does it look like AI slop? Let's see what we get. Starting with Kling 2.5. This looks really good. I love how the car is bouncing on the road. It really brings it to life and makes the movement feel realistic. The background looks amazing, and there's even this glare on the screen like the sun is hitting it, which adds to the cinematic feel. I like Kling a lot here. Minimax. This looks alright. The camera movements are really the best part. I love how the car kind of goes in front of the camera at one point, but overall it does kind of look fake. The realism isn't quite there compared to some of the others. Seedance. They did alright with the background. The waves crashing look okay. But the quality isn't the highest, and I don't think I even see anyone driving the car, which is a pretty big oversight for realism. Wan 2.5. This just looks like an outdated GTA game almost. The buildings don't even look real. And honestly, I don't like how the camera angle is so up close. It doesn't have that cinematic commercial feel we're looking for. VO 3.1. This looks really good. I love the camera angles in the background. There's a glare with the sun that adds authenticity, and if you look at the back tires, you can see they're kicking up dirt or dust, which is a really nice detail. This feels like a real car commercial. Sora 2. This is alright. The quality is super low on this one, but I could have generated it at a higher quality. The sound effects on this video are actually pretty good though. They add to the overall cinematic feel. Rankings for cinematic realism. Third place, Minimax Hailuo 2.3. The camera movements are excellent, probably the best of the bunch. The way the car moves in front of the camera is dynamic and engaging, but the overall look is a bit too fake to use in a real commercial. Second place, Kling 2.5. The car bouncing on the road really brings it to life, and the background with the sun glare looks amazing. It's got that authentic, dynamic feel you want in a car ad. First place, VO 3.1. This legitimately looks like a high-budget car commercial. The camera angles are perfect, the lighting is gorgeous, and those small details like the tires kicking up dust make it feel real. This is commercial-ready content. Best use case. If you're creating cinematic product shots, car commercials, travel content, or anything that needs to look premium and polished, VO 3.1 is what you want. It understands lighting, camera work, and those subtle details that make content look professional. Challenge 4 is storytelling and scene continuity. This is a harder test because the AI has to maintain consistency across multiple different scenes and camera angles. The prompt is: a man wakes up to his alarm clock, sits up in bed, pours coffee in the kitchen, then steps onto his balcony overlooking a futuristic city skyline. Smooth transitions between shots, consistent lighting and clothing, morning atmosphere with sunlight and city ambience. Realistic storytelling flow and camera angles. What I'm looking for. Does the character look the same in every scene? Are the transitions smooth or jarring? Does the environment stay consistent? This is critical for anyone wanting to create narrative content with AI. Starting with Kling. The clock kind of goes backwards, which is a weird continuity error, and the guy moves super quick between scenes. But the actual guy's movements look pretty good. The quality of the motion is there. Seedance. I have no idea where this coffee mug just came from. It literally just poofed out of thin air. A video model is not supposed to do that. Major fail. VO 3.1. This is definitely really good. The quality looks absolutely amazing. Probably the best visual quality of all the models. The only thing I don't like is how he just poofs from the bedroom to the coffee machine. The transition isn't smooth, but the overall look is top tier. Wan 2.5. I really like the sound effects here. The footsteps sound good, and everything else on the audio side is really well done. But visually, it's just fake. Everything looks fake. Great audio, terrible visuals. Minimax. This looks really good. It's very realistic, probably one of the more realistic models for this test. The scenes flow well, and it maintains a believable look throughout. Sora 2. I like the sound effects they gave the guy. That exhale sound was a nice touch. But he definitely just jumped around from scene to scene. The transitions weren't smooth at all. Rankings for storytelling and continuity. Third place, Kling 2.5. Despite the backwards clock and the guy moving super quick, the actual movement quality is pretty good. It's not perfect, but the motion itself looks believable. Second place, Wan 2.5. This is an interesting one. The sound effects are fantastic. The footsteps, the ambient audio, it all sounds professional. But everything looks fake visually. If you need great audio for storytelling, Wan delivers. The visuals just need work. First place, Veo 3.1. The quality looks absolutely amazing. Probably the best visual quality out of all the models. Yes, there's that teleportation issue from bedroom to coffee machine, but the overall polish and realism make this the winner. With better prompt engineering or regeneration, you could probably fix those transitions. Best use case. For multi-scene content and narrative-driven videos where visual quality matters most, Veo 3.1 is your best bet. The cinematic quality is there. If audio is your priority over visuals, Wan 2.5 has surprisingly good sound design. Final challenge. This one's all about creative range and imagination. The prompt is intentionally absurd. Spider-Man riding a giraffe through Times Square at night, filmed in the style of a GTA 6 cinematic trailer. Neon lights reflecting off glass buildings, motion blur as cars pass by, camera orbiting dynamically, dust particles in the air, vibrant and surreal tone. This tests. Can the AI handle weird, creative prompts? Does it understand physics even in surreal scenarios? How good is the compositional control? Let's see which model can actually pull off something this chaotic. Quick note, Sora and Wan both blocked this generation due to content moderation. So we're testing 4 models for this challenge, starting with Veo 3.1. I have no idea why Spider-Man has 2 different legs here. That's definitely weird. But the generation overall looks really good, and I do like how the giraffe is moving. It's got that cinematic, surreal vibe we're looking for. Kling 2.5. This looks really good. The composition is solid, and Spider-Man on the giraffe actually works visually. The only issue is the giraffe's feet placement. It doesn't really work the best. The physics feel a bit off there. Minimax. Honestly, the camera angles in this one definitely look the best, even though it's not the highest quality overall. The way the camera moves and frames the shot is really dynamic and engaging. Dance. This one looks insane, and not in a good way. The giraffe is like running backwards almost. The physics are just completely broken here, not usable. Rankings for creative chaos and imagination. Third place, Veo 3.1. Despite Spider-Man having 2 different legs, the generation looks really good overall. The giraffe movement is solid, and it captures that cinematic, surreal GTA-style vibe we were going for. Second place, Minimax Hailuo 2.3. The camera angles are definitely the best of the bunch. It's dynamic, it's engaging, and it frames the chaos really well. The quality could be higher, but the compositional choices are excellent. First place, Kling 2.5. This looks really good. Yes, the giraffe's feet placement isn't perfect, but overall, this is the most complete execution. Spider-Man on the giraffe works visually, and it maintains that creative, scroll-stopping energy you want for viral content. Best use case. If you're making viral content, meme videos, or anything creative and out there, Kling 2.5 gives you the most imaginative results while still maintaining visual coherence. For pure camera work and composition, Minimax is worth considering. Important note, Sora and Wan both blocked this generation due to content moderation, which is something to keep in mind if you're working with copyrighted characters or more experimental prompts. Some models have stricter guidelines than others. So here's the breakdown. Which AI video model should you actually use? After testing all 6 models across 5 different challenges, here's what I found. The best overall model is Sora 2. It dominated the image-to-video challenges, particularly for UGC content where authenticity matters most. When you need something that looks genuinely real, like content you'd scroll past on TikTok or Instagram without questioning, Sora is the clear winner. The attention to detail, the natural movement, the realistic facial expressions, it just gets it right. Yes, you have to deal with their content moderation, which means generating some prompts directly in their app, but the quality is worth it. My second favorite is Veo 3.1. This model absolutely crushed it on cinematic content. If you need commercial quality visuals, car ads, product shots, high-end travel content, Veo is your model. It won both the cinematic realism and storytelling continuity challenges. The lighting, the camera work, those subtle details that make content look professional, Veo understands all of it. The visual quality is consistently the best across the board. Third place goes to Kling 2.5. Kling is the creative powerhouse. It won the Creative Chaos Challenge and performed really well on cinematic shots. When you need something dynamic, something with energy, something that's going to stop the scroll, Kling delivers. The way it handles movement and composition for more out-there prompts is impressive. It's not always perfect, but it's consistently interesting. Here's the reality. There's no single best model for everything. It depends entirely on what you're creating. For UGC ads and authentic human content, go with Sora 2. For cinematic, polished, commercial quality shots, use Veo 3.1. For creative, viral, scroll-stopping content, pick Kling 2.5. The other models, Wan 2.5, Cdance 1.0, and Minimax Hailuo 2.3, all have their moments. Wan has surprisingly good audio. Minimax has excellent camera angles. But for consistent, high-quality results, your top 3 choices are Sora, Veo, and Kling. If you want to learn how to create content like this, building AI avatars, mastering these tools, and scaling your content creation, I've put together a free resource for you. The link is in the description. It's a community where I break down exactly how to use these models to build an AI-powered personal brand.